Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm here for the lovely Libra Collective. We're going to pull tarot tokens, oracle cards, tarot cards as well, and I'll share channeled messages. So happy full moon in Sagittarius, everyone. This is the weekly reading for Libras. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, any placement. And you have the Hermit. There we have it. Hermit coming out. He's got that star in his lantern. Maybe you're seeking some sort of truth, wisdom. Let's see what else we have. I think this full moon Sagittarius is going to shed some light on things for you for sure. Could possibly open up communication. And what do you know? We have the moon. Love this. Love it, Libra. All right. There's the moon. I think for some of you, you see more options this week than you have probably all year long. All right. That's what it's feeling like so far anyway. This is looking really good, feeling good anyway for things like coming up with a new strategy that you hadn't thought of before, but it totally makes sense now. That's what it feels like. Like you're getting that clarity. Maybe you've been having that sort of just a lot of mixed signals, and then it clears. All right. We have a new month coming in. So we're ending May with this rare blue moon, right? It's a blue moon. And like I said, in lucky Sagittarius having to do with discovery, freedom, adventure, truth seeking. We have Badger here, feeling nature, card 24. So this is really important this week to connect with nature. This is connecting to the solar plexus chakra. I thought it was going to be the soul star chakra, but it's solar plexus chakra. And this is, what are you truly feeling deep inside? This is about feeling, opening the doors to healing. So that's kind of the energy, the animal energy overseeing our reading. Let's go ahead and see what else. Two more animal cards wanting to come out. We have cougar and we have reindeer. So this is about life being a continuous cycle of endings and new beginnings. Honor your own natural rhythms instead of struggling against your flow with reindeer here. Third eye chakra, card 39. Starting your reading a little differently today. I'm starting out with animal cards. And we have cougar, openness, card 11. This is root chakra. This is being open to all possibilities and not limiting yourself, friends. This is allowing yourself to receive the support you need. And I think some of you will be feeling that, particularly when it comes to things around the home, money matters, work stuff in general, projects, contracts. It feels like things you're trying to initiate that could lead to greater abundance in some way, or really being able to see the fruits of your labor, right? It feels like those efforts will be more recognized this week. All right, let's see what else we have. Let's go ahead and get some moon cards. Did a whole deep dive. I'll put it on the end of this video, but I did a whole deep dive on this Sagittarius blue moon energy for Libras. So that is already out. What else do we have? We have don't let your past hold you back here. All right, so some South Node energy coming in. We have Virgo energy, we have Pisces energy, and also Cancerian energy on that moon. It's needing to work through those fears, though, and stand tall as you're doing this. There's something, and I mean that metaphorically, right? Figuratively. So really being proud of your accomplishments. It hasn't necessarily been easy. I think some of you are really keeping some of your magic or gifts to yourself, and you're going to showcase them at just the right time. And we have expect powerful change. And yeah, this could be the result of that. New moon eclipse here. This is what's coming in under life being a continuous cycle and honoring your own natural rhythms. When you do that, you could expect some sort of powerful shift, big changes here for you. And we have a time for healing underneath the balsamic moon. This is what's clarifying, not limiting yourself, allowing yourself to receive support. Maybe some of you do need some sort of coaching or support when it comes to healing. And I want you to remember too, there's something here about things not necessarily being set in stone, okay? Things aren't set in stone. There could be more negotiations coming in for you. I'm feeling that. I'm also getting the animal hawk. That can have to do with wholeness. It can have to do with so many things, but it can also have to do with protection, with messages, with vision, right? Being a visionary. What else do we have here? Cheeky Tarot by Danilo Sanino. Okay, oh, nice. Queen of Swords. She came up in that Sagittarius full moon reading I did for you, and here she is again. So this is about you transforming, not letting your past hold you back. She has clarity now, right? She's got that clarity, and she's pointing herself in the right direction, or in a new direction, in a direction that she feels most aligned to. She's reconnecting with herself. And that's what the Hermit and the Moon card in this card, Queen of Swords, I feel all have to do with each other. What else do we have, please? We'll see what we need to let go of, surrender to. I'll pull crystal cards, angel numbers, angel messages. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, following your heart. You're in control here of something. Bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Wands. I love seeing that. 1111 card. Maybe 1111, something you've been seeing. But again, this is like being really open to possibilities and getting that recognition, knowing that you're getting, you're accomplishing something. Even if others don't see it, somehow it's like you're being recognized. So I know that might sound confusing, but you might feel like, you get a wink from the divine or from the universe, like the universe is giving you the go ahead on something. You might just feel validated too in some way, and feeling as though, you're making a decision towards something that is the right next step for you. So it feels like you're ready to make a new step. What else do we have? Been getting this message lately for you that you know the answer. You have wisdom, right? You're able to see things like deception, or where things have been, murky even. It's like getting clarity. The lantern is being shown, the full moon is now casting all the light. Yes, there are shadows, but it's like not scurrying out of the way just because there are shadows, but really facing things head on. And that's where I was getting that kind of like stand tall, stand firm, hold your boundaries. Some of you have had to set boundaries. Ladybug on this card, wish coming true for some of you. I'm hearing clairaudiently, there's something here needing a delicate balance though, or maybe even dealing with so-called red tape in some way, but overcoming any sort of shadows. So we talked about maybe you're doing some sort of shadow work. And we have the Hanged Man. Letting go, getting that new perspective. You have the wisdom here. You're not stuck here with something. This is about being flexible too. And what sort of sacrifices are you willing to make? And some of you, you've had to accept some things, right? That maybe you wouldn't have been okay with them before, but you realize that for your own growth and healing, you have to accept something for what it is. And that could be uncomfortable at times. What else do we have? New perspective. And we have the 10 of Cups here. That's what's clarifying the expect powerful change. When you follow your heart with that Knight of Cups, where does it lead you? Well, you'll be underneath that rainbow of the 10 of Cups. One of the best cards in the deck. This is ultimate wish fulfillment. Remember I said dream come true, wish fulfillment. There's with the ladybug. Well, now you have the 10 of Cups, and that is definitely indicating some sort of win. This is contentment. This is things falling into place. Yeah. The parts are aligning. What else do we have, please? And I'm hearing again, like showcasing your talents. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. What else do we have? We have the 3 of Pentacles. As I said, put yourself out there. Yeah, I mean, get used to eyes being on you for some of you. Because it's like we can't have the attention without having the attention, So some of us, it's like we want to be discovered, we want to be seen, but it's kind of uncomfortable being in the spotlight, or maybe even opening yourself up to criticism. That's going to happen with whatever you do, possibly, right? It's always a possibility with whenever we put ourselves out there. But this is building together, right? This is crafting in some way. This is really I feel like we almost always get the Eight of Pentacles when we have the Three of Pentacles. So, oh, wow. Okay, we have um, the Death Rider here. We have the Five of Cups. We have the High Priestess. Oof. Some of you are quietly leaving. You're quietly transforming. You know it's time to move on, but your intuition's telling you to keep it quiet for now. You're trusting yourself. You're trusting that inner voice. And this is going to help you get to the other side of some sort of grief. Okay, so I'm reading them as all three together because that's how they came out. This is how we get on the other side of that bridge. This is how we get to our castle. Right? The High Priestess, she can actually see 5 steps ahead, right? She sees the whole picture. And she kind of, like, as I said, she's keeping it to herself to some degree. Not everyone's going to be happy about this transition. You know, maybe you're leaving something and someone won't see it coming necessarily, but there's a truth here. Because actually a truth already happened. That's the thing. There was maybe some sort of communication that didn't go well or is lacking, but everyone has their own perspective. I mean, let's see how it's okay. So there's the Knight of Wands. There's still some passion there mixed in. And for others of you, it's like, actually, you're feeling a little more like ready to be a little more fearless, more free spirited, and go out on your own. Having a lust for life again, or a zest for life, passion goes really well with the Knight of Wands. Maybe the passion's lacking. You haven't enjoyed something for quite some time, and now we're moving on. A card of transition, you know, another card of transition showing up in your reading, and this could happen quickly. You know, it's with the Knight of Wands here, same row. You might quickly be setting yourself free from something. Finally finding the words. It is a good week for writing, publishing, communication. Any of that. It looks good for that. We have the Seven of Wands here, defending one's beliefs. But again, for some of you, I feel like you know that it's for something, it would actually be beneficial to you to not necessarily like have it out with words with somebody. I feel like for some of you, you're just doing what you need to do and the conversation's over. That's what it feels like. Yeah. Like tired of having to defend yourself. But you'll do it when you need to, right? It's just you're not going to have things limit you anymore, especially if it's like someone just isn't able to compromise, or you're not able to have an adult conversation with somebody, they can't handle it or something. It's like, you know, really moving past that and doing what's right for you. And then what do you land? You land an Ace of Cups. This is doing what's best for you, okay? As I was just talking about, doing what's best for you. Tending to your own family, or I'm sorry, feelings. Or family. Maybe things have been cutting into your own time, your own family, and that's what you're doing. You're taking care of your family. You're going with your intuition. There's a notification here of some kind. Maybe you're on the receiving end of some sort of new, it could lead to a dream come true, but it's more of like just the initial stages of something is what I'm feeling. Like you might have an opportunity to produce something or to create something, and then it could lead to bigger and better things. But it feels like a small win leading to sort of a big shift. Something could be very healing. Taking one small step in a certain direction could be incredibly healing for you. So you're not letting your past hold you back. You have the Five of Wands here. Now the Five of Wands, I feel like in this card they're kind of kidding. It's not really like serious. It's not a very sometimes on this card I feel like it is, but I feel like with this it's like laughing in the face of competition or someone who's trying to like get you going. I feel like you're kind of laughing it off. I feel like you're going to be laughing your way to the top. Any sort of someone who's trying to engage you in a power struggle or whatever, I feel like you're just like kind of like, yeah, no thanks. Moving on. Feels like maybe having to deal with an immature sort of energy and just being like over it. I just saw the Eight of Pentacles. Remember I said we always get the Three of Pentacles with the Eight? I did just see it. Oh my, we have an Ace of Swords. In your last reading, you had two aces. I'm pretty sure it was the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. This is your breakthrough. Remember I said you're going to be laughing your way to the top, and look what we have on the bottom. We have the Fool. This is new beginnings. This is fresh hope. This is you going out on your own. This is you taking the chance, taking the leap, taking the risk. You have the go-ahead here with the Ace of Swords. This is the new beginning. I mean, the Fool and the Ace of Swords coming out together like this. Wow. Look what can happen here. This is also an end to the chaos, an end to the confusion. If there's been arguments, it's like I feel like you're bored with it. If you've been taken advantage of in some way, or even if you've been self-sabotaging. I feel like you're setting yourself free from all that. And some of you being really, really, really honest with yourself that like the path you're currently on will not lead you where you want to go. And so therefore you're willing to change course altogether. And it feels like you're getting opportunities to do that. What do we have? Let's get some advice on that, please. Some advice. Actually, let's see if there's anything. Is there anything in the way? Let's go to the Akashic Records Oracle to see that. Remember we said we're going to see if there's anything we need to let go of, surrender to. What do we have, please? If you enjoyed this reading while I'm shuffling, please do like the video, hype, subscribe, leave a comment, become a member, all this stuff. Thank you so much. Oh, a couple fell in my lap, but I kind of want them to fall on the table if they're coming out. Please do remember, this is a general reading. Only take what resonates. Your intuition knows best. Leave the rest if it doesn't resonate. All right. So we have walk away. Oh my gosh, you're walking away. And like I said, it's like you're laughing your way to the top here. So this is about wasting your precious energy on something that will not bear fruit. It's time to turn your attention to things more aligned to your soul's purpose. Wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Love it. That's the truth that the Hermit's bringing in for you this week. Something has been less than ideal too. Maybe it's a living situation, or not making the appropriate pay or salary you deserve, right? Scattered energy. So this is about too much on your plate and having you lose your focus. So this is causing you to feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Prioritize your well-being and create a new plan. Some of you are choosing not to engage in things, especially things that are meaningless or things where you're being, not appreciated. You are going to be considered for something, though. Something new. I'm actually getting a date of August 13th. I know that's far out, but there's something here about August 13th. Could also be August 31st. All right, we have discovery. Discovery here. The nice kitty on the card there. This is new ideas. People or opportunities could be coming your way. What did I say? You're going to be considered for something. And then what do we get? Very next card. New ideas, people or opportunities may be coming your way. While there's still work to do to reach your goal, you may discover new strengths and passions along the way. That's actually the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords with the Fool card. Remember they came out they're all in the same row, kind of. Well, the two aces were in the same row, and then the Fool card came out on top. And it's like when you let go of this whatever this has been a real joke. I feel like something's been a total joke. It's like laughable at this point. And I mean that, you can tell by my tone how I mean that. Like, yeah, it's just been pretty ridiculous. It's like you're done with the ridiculousness. You just had a reading not too long ago, a few weeks ago, about being like fed up. Yeah, I can feel that energy still for some of you. You're still fed up. But if nothing's changed, of course you're going to be fed up. What else do we have? Solitude. Okay. Hermit energy coming through strong again. So spending time alone is often what we need to hear, the whispers of our soul. Get to know all aspects of yourself so you can stand on your own in any situation. What is it that you need to do today, or that you can do today, to get you on that path to where you want to go? The path won't necessarily be easy. It generally isn't with this moon token here. But that doesn't mean you can't do it. Hard does not mean impossible, right? There's a big difference. This is about, you know what? There will be unseen problems. There will be unexpected things happening. However, with that hermit holding firm to their lantern, yeah, so move forward, but do so cautiously. Doesn't mean you shouldn't ever move forward, though. You have to feel ready, though, right, viewer? You have to feel ready. What else for the Libra Collective? Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra. What else, please? Reassess. Reassess something. Are you truly trapped? And the reason I say that is at the bottom of the deck, we have victim mindset here. So that's what, yeah. So reassess. So this is you're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Again, here we are with this, right? So notice who and what brings you joy and who and what doesn't. It's time for some life cleanup. Get out your mop, folks. We've got some cleanup to do. And blaming yourself isn't going to help. So let go of the victim mindset. You know what? Sometimes we all make a mess out of life. And, you know, you've just got to get the mop out, clean it up, move on, right? You feel the world is against you, possibly. That's what this card says. And this will only cause you to attract more negative results. So stop blaming, including stop blaming yourself. Take responsibility for your own happiness. Only then will abundance start to flow. Yeah, I know a lot of this is easier said than done, but this is what the cards are saying, okay? Make sure you're loving yourself. And also pay attention to the signs. Keep yourself open to the signs. And I will tell you, if there's something that you haven't spoken up on, it's not going to be healthy to keep that in. It's time to let it out, move on, and move towards your happiness. All right. What else do we have? I'm going to keep these readings a little more concise going forward. What else do we have? We have the magic of letting go. Release grudges, lighten your load. There we go. It's like, and I'm getting like, you're going to get a tempting offer to maybe even, you know, do this little dance with somebody again. And I feel like you don't want to. You're ready to let go. You're ready to release yourself from anything that has been very unhealthy and holding you back. So this is freeing yourself from the past and opening up to healing. And you cannot make this up. It says, don't let your past hold you back. And it's being clarified by release your grudges, lighten your load, free yourself from the past, open up to healing. Freedom opens the door to healing. All right. We have allow change, unlock new possibilities. View change as a way to grow, not as a threat. What else do we have? Don't compare. So this is about honoring your own uniqueness, including, you know, your timeline, right? So comparison diminishes only your sense of self-worth. There's no point, right? No point in comparing. What else do we have, please, for the Libra Lovely Collective here? I post generally on Tuesdays around noon, 12:30 or so Eastern time. And then as far as Thursdays, I may change it to Friday. I don't know, but either way, it'll be probably, again, midday, my time. So the way to know and not miss a reading when it comes out is to turn on the notifications, subscribe, and turn those on. And this is trusting the universe. So first quarter moon in Aquarius. Doors swinging open for you. I can hear it. What else do we have? Anything? I'm getting a name like Julia, Juliet. I actually heard Hoffman too, or a name that has Hoff in it. What else do we have? What is this? Now, I'm looking in the crystal ball, but I'm actually hearing eagle. So now we had hawk come in clairaudiently. We have eagle coming in. You're soaring above drama. And I'm seeing I'm seeing, they're showing me like the plus sign, right? Plus, and then they make it into multiplication. So it feels as though what's coming in or what you're currently working with has the potential to multiply. There could be an addition to your family, even in some way, or to something new to your home in general. What else? Anything else? These channeled messages sometimes take a moment, so that's that. Okay. I'm seeing a lunar moth, but it's interesting because it kind of started out as what looked like an angel. Now I'm hearing something about an angel figurine. You could have someone in spirit come to you in moth form, okay? And it may cross your mind, and then you realize through this reading, maybe even that, oh, that was so and so. And I just heard Grandpa Nick. So I heard Grandpa, and then I heard Nick. So I don't know if that's all together or if you're Nick and there's a grandpa or what, but I'm getting that. And I'm getting something about at your doorway. Either you're having something delivered or there's, something going on with your doorway or light switch even. Okay, I'm actually seeing a keyhole now. And I'm getting that they're pointing me to this allow change. So old keys won't open new doors, right? I don't know who said it, but I've heard it or came up with it. I don't know. And I like it. And we have take a breather, last quarter moon in Cancer. What else do we have? Find a balance. Oh, what do you know? Full moon in Libra. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get into some crystal cards. Let's see, how do we stay high vibing for the week? This is one that I always like to get for us, my friends. Yes, high vibe. Just one. Heart love. Heart love. This is feeling and receiving warm energy in your heart, saying the words, I love you, and imagining those words going into the back of your heart, just between your shoulder blades. Fill yourself up. That's the purest act of self-love. And guess what? It's totally connected to the Ace of Cups that's right under it. All right, crystal cards for my friends, for my Libra friends. Whoa, that was a jumper. Turquoise, prioritize your health. Some of you are, it's go, go, go. And it's, and I'm hearing your body might be saying, no, no, no. Or even your mind, your feelings too. Like you could really be just feeling very overwhelmed. And that's understandable. If you're constantly go, 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 always on the move, you can't really sustain that. Right? All right, let's see what else we have. For the lovely Libras. All right, we have Pyrite. So this is letting the money flow in. Let the money flow. I think your next reading will be a career reading. So look for that on June 2nd, Tuesday, June 2nd. I think we'll do your career reading, career, money, abundance, fortune, prosperity, all that. Let the money flow in. And we have make a decision here, lapis lazuli. Some of you need to decide which direction to go in order to get that money to come in, right? Get my calendar out and see if there's anything else that we're missing here for this week ahead for June. No, I don't think so. Nope, doesn't look like it. Members, I already did your reading. That posted Friday, and that was in relation or in connection to the Sagittarius blue moon. What else do we have? Let me know if you're a Sag moon, if you feel like sharing that in the comments. I'm curious. We have hematite, ground yourself. Ground yourself. This is good for protection too, right? What else do we have? What else do we have, please? We have ocean jasper, schedule yourself in. So more messages about self-care. Yep, choosing you, my friends, choosing you, and there's nothing selfish about that. Some of you just, again, you need that solitude. You need to spend that time alone, and getting to just really to get to know yourself too a bit more. Some of you may have chosen to not be in a relationship, like romantically, because you want to get to know yourself more and you want to be able to stand on your own in any situation, as this card had said. What else do we have? Angel numbers. Angel numbers for the collective, please. 99, a sign of leadership. This is about you inspiring and leading by your higher perspective. Hermit vibes, right? It's also a 9, just like the Hermit. What else do we have? We have 2 cards. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. Sign to stay true to yourself. Stand firm as things change around you. And then we have a sign of divine guidance. This is connecting with your spiritual guides. Now we'll get our galactic angel messages. Galactic angel messages for the collective, please. Whoa, a few things fell out. We have 2 choices stand before you. Use your mind and intuition to make your decision. Oh my goodness, that brings us right back to the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Your mind, Ace of Swords, and your intuition, Ace of Cups. There we are. There it is. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm hearing Madonna too. I'm hearing Madonna right now. All right. And then we have throughout time and space, you and your angels have been connected. Hear the angels whisper, call upon them for guidance. And I'm hearing 2 names, Chris, and I'm hearing Maggie. And then I just heard something like San Francisco. And Davy, or David's, Dave. You are about to give birth. This could be a birth of a child, new business, or creative project. There we go. That Ace of Cups. And you can always ask your guides for help. I can't always intervene without your permission. Another name, Alyssa. All right. And I do want to get you some angel cards. See what kind of angels we're calling upon this week, or that may be helpful. For the lovely Libra Collective. Getting things done around the home. I feel like, again, I know I said it earlier on in the reading, but I just want to stress that it does feel like a lot of you could be doing that, or it's a good week for it. The energy feels pretty supportive for things like any sort of projects, really. And also with initiating communication. Card 42, Zafkiel, Angel of Contemplation. I'm kind of hearing humming too, clairaudiently. All right, so this is raising vibration, emotional and spiritual growth, meditation, understanding, and confidence. I provide insight to aid spiritual growth and help you find words to accurately express feelings, emotions, and ideas. It's connecting to Tanzanite. It's about the moment of now and meditate. When I looked over, I saw 3333. I don't think we have that as a card, but I will check. Maybe we do. I'll check. I know we have 333, but let me see if we have angel number 3333. No, I do not see it here. All right, let's keep going. I'm getting lavender. Lavender. So, lavender can be very calming, very soothing, but also it could be something like the color lavender. All right. I'm a fan of Ted Andrews, and lavender for Ted Andrews. Let me see. I have my Nature Speak book here. Let's see if he has something for lavender. Lavender. I'm surprised I'm not seeing lavender here, because generally has pretty good variety. Lavender. Okay. I knew it had to be in here. Let's see. So 416. I'll show you the book in just a moment. Okay. Lavender. There it is. Okay, so this is the book, Nature Speak by Ted Andrews, by Dragonhawk Publishing. Okay, he wrote Animal Speak. I have that one too, and he wrote Animal Wise. That's another one. So the keynote here is to keep everything in balance, right? Physical, emotional. Didn't we already talk about that? Yes, we did. So deal with frustrations of others in a balanced way, right? So this is good. I'm paraphrasing. Yeah, you could be dealing with some sort of a karmic issue. And this is about maintaining our balance, even if other people around us are not. All right. Just kind of be in that high priestess mode or in that hermit mode, right? The hermit knows better than to involve themselves in things that are just going to lead to more chaos, drama, all that. So I feel like you're really kind of keeping yourself out of it. Two key themes in this reading. Get out your mop. You're cleaning some stuff up, right? Get out your mop and laugh your way to the top. That's their two things coming up. I feel like you're kind of just like laughing something off because it suits you. It's not like you're avoiding something like in an unhealthy way. It's kind of like you know when not to engage. There's a difference there. Mindful disengagement. All right. Mindful walking away. All right. We have Sidriel here, ruler of virtues, card 26. This is about miracles, creating something out of nothing, solutions, reversing hopeless situations, and interventions. So this is things, you know, these are the angels to really call upon these, because we had your angels and guides are here, you know, call upon them. So we could call upon Zafkiel and Sidriel. And this one says, when you feel all hope is lost, I can help you successfully navigate what may seem like an impossible situation. This is knowing that there is a way out. It's connecting to the energy of fall as well as Jasper. And expect powerful change. I'm just going back to that, reminding you, and don't limit yourself, okay? The impossible becoming possible, right? That's coming in. And with double ace energy, it's entirely possible. All right. So if you enjoyed this reading, please do like the video and show support in other ways. You know how to do that. I'm going to get a final animal card and we'll be on our way. Thank you so much for being here. I'm wishing you a fabulous week. And your June reading also already came out. So you can find that on the channel as well. Oh, yes. All right. Scarab, card 50, Chaos Magic. It's one of my favorites. Scarab Beetle, Soul Star Chakra. It's the one even above your crown. What appears to be falling apart is actually falling into place. I said that with the 10 of Cups. Things are falling into place. At least I think I said that. I meant to. Things are aligning, you know. So this is about new life emerging from seeming chaos. That's what I feel like with that moon, right? It could seem dramatic. It could seem unclear. It could seem like scary, but trust in divine order and timing. Of course, you did have the 1111 card, and 1111, just so you know, I always like to give the visual. There it is. It's a sign of spiritual awakening. You're being drawn to higher vibrations, and that's why some of you are choosing to move on. So that's what I have for you. Thanks so much for being here. Take care. Oh, and do remember, check out these videos here, your June 2026 outlook, as well as the Sagittarius full moon energy, which is today, and it's still very much with us, and it'll be with us for the next week or so. So do check those out. Thanks so much for being here, and hopefully I will catch you Tuesday for your career, money, fortune reading. Thanks so much, Libra. Have a fantastic week.